Beneath the fog and crashing waves of the United Kingdom lie islands where history has never let go, places haunted by restless spirits, forgotten tragedies, and ghostly legends that chill the very air. From shadowy castles to lonely beaches, these 10 haunted islands hold secrets that have terrified generations. Tonight, we dare you to join us as we uncover the most haunted islands in the UK, where every corner hides a story, every echo hides a spirit, and every step could be your last, if you're brave enough to explore. If you dare to uncover the secrets of the supernatural, subscribe our channel and join our journey into darkness. 1 Isle of Wight, England. The Isle of Wight, a picturesque island off the southern coast of England, is not only renowned for its natural beauty but also for its rich tapestry of ghostly tales and eerie legends. One of the most famous haunted sites on the island is Osborne House, the former royal residence of Queen Victoria. Visitors and staff have reported numerous paranormal activities within its walls. In the late 19th century, Queen Victoria and Prince Albert designed Osborne House as a private retreat, away from the public eye. However, since their passing, the estate has become a focal point for ghost enthusiasts. Numerous accounts describe unexplained phenomena, such as objects moving on their own, sudden drops in temperature, and the distinct scent of flowers associated with the Queen's presence. One particularly chilling story involves the apparition of a woman in Victorian attire seen wandering the corridors at night. Some believe this to be Queen Victoria herself, still overseeing her beloved home. Others suggest it could be the spirit of a maid who tragically lost her life in the house. Beyond the walls of Osborne House, the island's landscape is dotted with other haunted locations. The Royal Yacht Squadron in Cowes is said to be haunted by the ghost of a former member who died under mysterious circumstances. Staff have reported hearing footsteps echoing in the empty hallways and the sound of a piano playing by itself in the dead of night. Even the natural surroundings of the Isle of Wight are steeped in supernatural lore. Shanklin Chine, a picturesque ravine, is believed to be haunted by the spirit of a young woman who drowned there centuries ago. Her mournful cries are said to echo through the trees, especially on misty evenings. These tales, passed down through generations, continue to intrigue and terrify those who hear them. Whether one believes in the supernatural or not, the Isle of Wight's haunted history adds an intriguing layer to its charm, inviting visitors to explore its mysteries and perhaps encounter a ghostly presence of their own. 2 Drake's Island, Plymouth, England. Drake's Island, a 6-acre speck of land nestled in Plymouth Sound, England, is a place where history and mystery intertwine. Named after Sir Francis Drake, the famed explorer, the island has served various roles throughout the centuries, from a military stronghold to a prison, and even a site for paranormal investigations. Its tumultuous past has left behind a tapestry of ghostly tales and eerie experiences that continue to intrigue visitors and investigators alike. One of the most chilling accounts comes from the island's time as a prison during the English Civil War. Notably, Robert Lilburn, a leveller and regicide, was imprisoned here and died in 1665. Witnesses have reported hearing the faint sound of chains dragging across the stone floors and the echoing footsteps of unseen prisoners in the dead of night. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the darkened corridors, their faces twisted in silent screams. Beyond the prison walls, the island's fortifications and underground tunnels have been the focus of numerous paranormal investigations. Teams have documented unexplained cold spots, disembodied voices, and sudden gusts of wind in sealed chambers. In some instances, equipment malfunctions have occurred without any logical explanation, adding to the island's reputation as a hotspot for supernatural activity. Adding to the island's lore is the legend of Drake's drum. According to folklore, Sir Francis Drake took a snare drum with him on his voyages and vowed that if England were ever in danger, the drum would beat, signaling his return. Though the drum is now housed in Buckland Abbey, some believe that its beat can still be heard during times of national peril, a haunting reminder of Drake's enduring presence. Today, Drake's Island remains a site of fascination for those drawn to its haunted history. While many visit to explore its historical significance, others come seeking a brush with the supernatural. Whether one believes in the tales or not, the island's eerie ambience and the weight of its past make it a compelling destination for ghost hunters and history enthusiasts alike. 3 Burgh Island, Devon, England. Burgh Island, located off the coast of Bigbarry-on-Sea in Devon, England, is a place where the past lingers in the present. This tidal island, accessible by foot at low tide or by the iconic sea tractor at high tide, has a rich history steeped in mystery and intrigue. Its most notable feature is the Berg Island Hotel, a striking Art Deco building that has attracted numerous guests over the years. The island's history dates back to the 14th century when it was a haven for smugglers and pirates. One of the most infamous figures associated with Berg Island is Tom Crocker, a 19-year-old smuggler who met a tragic end at the Pilchard Inn, a pub still operating on the island today. According to legend, Crocker was shot dead by a customs officer in the doorway of the inn in 1759. His restless spirit is said to haunt the pub, with reports of unexplained cold spots, flickering lights, and the distinct sound of footsteps when no one is around. Staff and patrons alike have claimed to feel a sudden chill or notice objects moving on their own, attributing these occurrences to Crocker's lingering presence. In the 1930s, the island's fortunes changed when Archibald Nettlefold, a filmmaker, purchased the land and constructed the Berg Island Hotel. The hotel quickly became a fashionable retreat for the rich and famous, including Agatha Christie, who found inspiration for her novel And Then There Were None during her stays. Christie also set her novel Evil Under the Sun on the island, cementing its place in literary history. Despite its glamorous reputation, the hotel has its own share of ghost stories. Guests have reported sightings of a mysterious woman in a white dress wandering the halls, and some have claimed to hear soft whispers in the night. These tales have contributed to the hotel's reputation as one of the most haunted places in England. Today, Berg Island remains a popular destination for those seeking a blend of history, luxury, and a touch of the supernatural. Whether you're enjoying a meal at the Pilchard Inn or staying overnight at the hotel, the island offers a unique experience where the past is never far behind. For St. Michael's Mount, Cornwall, England. St. Michael's Mount, a small tidal island in Mounts Bay, Cornwall, England, rises dramatically from the sea, crowned by a medieval castle and chapel. Its stone walls and narrow pathways have witnessed centuries of history, from monks and fishermen to soldiers and pirates, leaving behind a lingering sense of mystery. The island is accessible by a causeway at low tide or by boat when the waters rise, adding an eerie rhythm to its ghostly tales. The most famous legend of the island is that of the Archangel Michael himself. It is said that Saint Michael appeared here to warn the local people, and the castle was built in his honor. Over the centuries, the island has seen many sieges and battles, and the spirits of fallen soldiers are said to wander the ramparts at night, their footsteps echoing in the silence. Visitors often report sudden drops in temperature and the feeling of being watched as they walk along the ancient stone paths. One of the most chilling stories comes from the time when the island was fortified during the English Civil War. Soldiers who perished defending the castle are said to roam the corridors, their ghostly voices whispering through the halls. Some witnesses have described seeing shadowy figures standing at windows, staring out at the misty sea, disappearing when approached. Others have claimed to hear the clang of swords and the distant shouts of battle long after the last cannon fired. Local folklore also speaks of a monk who vanished mysteriously in the 17th century, leaving behind only a faint smell of incense and the sound of chanting in the chapel late at night. Tour guides and island staff often share stories of visitors seeing a figure in a hooded robe gliding silently along the narrow staircases, vanishing without a trace. Even the castle's chapel has been the site of unexplainable phenomena, including flickering candles and ghostly footsteps echoing across the stone floors. Today, St. Michael's Mount continues to attract tourists and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Whether walking along the causeway at dusk, exploring the ancient castle, or listening to the crashing waves below, many feel a shiver as if the island itself holds the memories of centuries past. The combination of breathtaking beauty and haunting history makes St. Michael's Mount a place where the line between the living and the spirits seems to blur, inviting visitors to experience its mysteries firsthand. 5. Herm Island, Channel Islands. Herm Island, a small and peaceful island in the Channel Islands, is often seen as a tranquil escape from the bustling mainland. Yet beneath its quiet beaches and lush landscapes lies a history filled with mystery and whispers of the supernatural. Accessible by ferry from Guernsey, the island's remote nature and timeless atmosphere make it a perfect setting for tales of hauntings and strange occurrences. The island has a long history dating back to the medieval period, when it was inhabited by monks who lived in simple stone dwellings. It is said that some of their spirits never left, wandering silently through the ruins of their old cells. Locals and visitors have reported hearing faint chants and the soft rustle of robes, even though no one is present. These ghostly whispers are often accompanied by sudden chills that seem to appear out of nowhere, especially near the remains of the medieval structures. Herm Island also has legends of pirates and shipwrecks that contribute to its eerie reputation. In the 17th and 18th centuries, smugglers and pirates used the island as a hiding place for their loot. Some say that the restless spirits of those who died violently during raids still roam the island's coasts and rocky shores. Visitors walking along the cliffs have described seeing shadowy figures disappearing into the mist, hearing the distant crash of phantom waves, and even glimpsing ghostly silhouettes on the horizon during calm days. One story often told involves a fisherman who vanished mysteriously while rowing near the island's eastern shore. Locals believe his spirit lingers, warning travelers of sudden storms or guiding lost boats safely to land. Others have reported strange reflections in the water, flickering lights in the dunes, and unexplained footsteps behind them when exploring the quieter parts of the island. Despite its serene beauty, Herm Island has a subtle, haunting presence that keeps history alive. The combination of medieval ruins, pirate legends, and unexplained phenomena gives the island a mysterious aura. Visitors cannot help but feel that the spirits of the past are watching, silently moving among the dunes and stone walls, keeping the stories of Herm Island alive for anyone brave enough to explore its secrets. 6 Ynys Landwin Island, Anglesey, Wales. Landwin Island, or Ynys Landwin, lies off the west coast of Anglesey in Wales, a small tidal island that seems almost untouched by time. Its windswept beaches, rugged cliffs, and ruins of ancient buildings give it an otherworldly atmosphere, making it the perfect stage for tales of romance, tragedy, and the supernatural. Accessible on foot during low tide, the island's quiet paths often carry the whispers of the past. The island is most famous for its association with Saint Dwynwen, the Welsh patron saint of lovers. Legends say that she lived on the island in the 5th century, and her story is filled with heartbreak and devotion. According to folklore, she fell in love with a man she could never marry and prayed to the heavens to help both of them find happiness. Her prayers were answered in a way that saved her love but left her heart forever bound to the island. Visitors often report feeling a strange, lingering presence near the ruins of her church, as if the spirit of the saint still walks the island, watching over those who come seeking love or solace. Beyond St. Dwynwen, Landwin Island has other ghostly tales. Walkers along the cliffs and beaches have occasionally reported sudden drops in temperature, unexplained footprints in the sand, and the sound of distant singing or bells, even when the ruins stand empty. Some claim to see shadowy figures moving among the stone remnants of cottages and churches, disappearing when approached. The island's natural fog and strong winds only add to the eerie feeling, making it seem as though the spirits of past inhabitants are never far away. Shipwrecks around the island have also contributed to its haunted reputation. Sailors lost at sea are said to haunt the surrounding waters, their cries echoing through the night as mist rolls over the sand. Local legends speak of ghostly lights dancing along the shoreline, guiding or warning travelers depending on the tides. Today, Landwin Island remains a place where history, legend, and the supernatural converge. Visitors can explore its ruins, walk along its windswept beaches, and feel the deep sense of mystery that hangs over the island. Whether one believes in spirits or not, the island's haunting beauty and centuries-old tales create an unforgettable experience, where the past seems to live and breathe alongside the present. 7 Falmouth Island, Essex, England. Falmouth Island, located in the remote reaches of the Thames estuary in Essex, England, is a place shrouded in mystery and isolation. Surrounded by tidal mudflats and marshes, the island has long been difficult to access, giving it an eerie, almost otherworldly atmosphere. Its landscape of abandoned buildings, old farmsteads, and winding roads has inspired countless tales of ghostly activity and unexplained occurrences. The island earned a reputation for its road to nowhere, a desolate stretch that disappears into the marshes. Locals have reported strange sensations while walking along this path, including sudden chills, whispers in the wind, and the feeling of being watched. Some say that the ghosts of former residents, who lived through harsh lives on this isolated land, still linger here, unable to leave the place they once called home. Foulness Island has a long military history, which adds to its haunted reputation. During the 20th century, large parts of the island were used for weapons testing, and some abandoned bunkers and buildings remain scattered across the marshes. Visitors and workers have told stories of hearing footsteps in empty rooms, doors creaking open by themselves, and unexplained shadowy figures moving just beyond the edge of vision. The island's desolation and long stretches of empty land create a perfect stage for the imagination, making it feel as if the spirits of the past are never far away. Local legend also speaks of strange lights appearing over the marshes at night. Some witnesses describe glowing orbs hovering above the fields, moving erratically, and vanishing without a trace. Others have reported seeing spectral figures of farmers or soldiers walking along the old roads, fading away as quickly as they appear. The combination of natural fog, the lapping of tidal waters, and the isolation of the landscape only intensifies the eerie feeling that has made Foulness Island one of England's most mysterious and haunted locations. Today, Foulness Island remains largely uninhabited, attracting only the most curious visitors and paranormal enthusiasts. Walking its empty paths and abandoned areas, one can sense the weight of centuries of history and hardship. Whether one believes in ghosts or not, the haunting beauty and desolate charm of Foulness Island make it a place where the past feels alive, and where the stories of lost souls continue to whisper across the marshes. 8 Donan, Highland, Scotland. Donan, perched on a small island where three lochs, Loch Duach, Loch Long, and Loch Alsh, meet in the Scottish Highlands, is one of the most iconic castles in Scotland. Its dramatic stone walls and arched bridge rising from the mist make it a place straight out of a storybook. Yet beneath its breathtaking beauty lies a history steeped in conflict, tragedy, and whispers of the supernatural. The castle has stood for centuries, first established in the 13th century, and has been the site of countless battles and clan rivalries. It is said that the spirits of fallen warriors still roam its battlements and corridors. Visitors have reported hearing the clatter of swords and the distant sounds of marching soldiers, even though no one is present. Shadowy figures have been seen moving along the castle walls, vanishing when approached, leaving an unsettling feeling of being watched by the past. Donan was famously destroyed in 1719 during a Jacobite uprising and lay in ruins for almost 200 years. During this time, locals claim that ghostly lights and mysterious figures were often seen around the island, especially on foggy nights. Some believe these are the restless spirits of soldiers and castle residents who perished during the conflicts, eternally bound to the place they fought to protect. Inside the castle, there are stories of cold spots, doors opening and closing by themselves, and unexplained sounds echoing through the halls. Guides and visitors alike have shared accounts of seeing fleeting apparitions in old rooms, particularly in areas where battles once raged or tragic events occurred. The chapel and armory are said to be particularly active, with eerie sensations and whispers reported during quiet hours. Beyond the castle, the surrounding lochs and misty hills enhance its haunting atmosphere. On foggy evenings, it is not uncommon for locals and travelers to feel a shiver as they cross the bridge to the island, imagining the spirits of the past watching silently. Even those who do not believe in ghosts cannot help but sense the weight of history that hangs over Donan, giving it a mysterious and almost magical presence. Today, Donan continues to draw tourists, history enthusiasts, and paranormal seekers. Whether exploring its grand halls or standing on the bridge looking into the swirling waters below, visitors often feel the whispers of centuries past. The combination of stunning scenery, rich history, and haunting legends makes Donan a place where the line between the living and the spirits seems to blur, inviting all who visit to step into its mysterious world. 9 Sonda Island, Argyll and Bute, Scotland. Sonda Island, a small and isolated island off the coast of Argyll and Bute in Scotland, is known for its rugged beauty and haunting history. The island's rocky shores, steep cliffs, and windswept landscapes make it a dramatic and mysterious place, perfect for stories of the supernatural. Once home to a small community of fishermen and lighthouse keepers, the island is now mostly uninhabited, allowing the echoes of the past to linger freely. The island has long been associated with tragic tales and ghostly sightings. In the 19th century, Sonda Island was home to a small fishing village, and many lives were lost to the treacherous waters surrounding it. Locals tell of fishermen who disappeared in storms, their spirits said to wander the shoreline, calling out for lost companions. Even today, visitors report hearing faint cries and the splash of waves in places where no one is present, as if the restless souls of the past still linger among the rocks. One of the most famous stories involves the island's lighthouse keepers. Tasked with tending the light in isolation for weeks at a time, some reported seeing shadowy figures moving along the cliffs or hearing footsteps in the lighthouse at night. On particularly foggy evenings, strange lights are said to appear across the water, guiding or warning travelers, though no one is there to create them. Many believe these lights are connected to the spirits of those who once lived and worked on the island. In addition to supernatural phenomena, the abandoned houses and ruins of the island contribute to its eerie atmosphere. Visitors have claimed to hear the sound of doors creaking, windows rattling, and sudden gusts of wind inside empty structures. Others have glimpsed fleeting figures on the cliffs or along the pathways, disappearing as quickly as they appear. The isolation of Sonda Island amplifies these experiences, creating a sense that the past is never far away. Today, Sonda Island attracts adventurous travelers, bird watchers, and paranormal enthusiasts, all drawn to its remote charm and haunted reputation. Walking along its cliffs or exploring the ruins, one can almost feel the presence of those who lived, loved, and perished there. The combination of natural beauty, tragic history, and lingering spirits makes Sonda Island a place where the past and present seem to meet, and where the mysteries of the Scottish coast continue to whisper to those willing to listen. 10 Flat Home, Bristol Channel, Wales. Flat Home Island, a small island in the Bristol Channel near Cardiff, Wales, may look peaceful with its grassy slopes and historic buildings, but its history is dark and haunting. For centuries, the island has served many purposes, including a quarantine station, a military fort, and even a prison. Each chapter of its history has left behind stories of hardship, tragedy, and lingering spirits. During the 19th century, Flat Home was used as a quarantine station for sailors and passengers suspected of carrying infectious diseases. Many were isolated here, and some never left alive. Locals and visitors have reported eerie sights, such as shadowy figures moving near the old quarantine buildings and sudden drops in temperature along the deserted pathways. Some claim to hear faint coughing or moaning coming from the empty wards, as if the suffering of the past still lingers. The island's military history also adds to its haunted reputation. Flat Home was fortified during both World Wars, and the barracks and gun emplacements still stand today. Soldiers who once guarded the island are said to roam the ruins at night, with footsteps echoing through abandoned buildings and the distant clatter of unseen activity. Visitors have reported feeling watched while exploring the fortifications, and some have even seen ghostly figures disappearing into the mist over the cliffs. Shipwrecks surrounding Flat Home have also contributed to its supernatural lore. The treacherous waters of the Bristol Channel claimed many lives, and the spirits of drowned sailors are believed to linger near the shore. People walking along the coast sometimes hear the splash of unseen bodies or the faint cries of lost mariners carried by the wind. On foggy evenings, glowing lights have been reported hovering over the island, guiding, or warning, those who venture too close to the cliffs. Today, Flat Home Island is a destination for history enthusiasts, nature lovers, and paranormal investigators. Exploring its ruined buildings, climbing its cliffs, and walking its empty paths, visitors often feel a connection to the lives and spirits that shaped the island. The combination of stunning scenery, tragic history, and lingering supernatural presence makes Flat Home a place where the past feels alive, a mysterious world waiting to be discovered and experienced firsthand.